Okay, so I'm going live twice in one day. Okay, so I'm going live twice in one day, which is not something I'm planning on doing very often. But I noticed when I was listening again to my video from earlier today that I was falling into a certain pattern. And it's actually a term I picked up from Ramit Sethi, and it's mental scripts. Basically, many of us have these scripts that play in our heads. So, like, for example, I have this script in my head that goes, I can't be skinny because I'm a fat person, or I can't be skinny because I'm an offensive lineman. So when I start to succeed in something like weight loss or something, the script kicks in and I start to lose my motivation because there's this dissonance between my current activities and my image of self. And so my brain desperately tries to preserve the image of self. So it forces me to like stop doing the things I'm doing. Now, realizing you have these scripts is obviously powerful, but they can still be very hard to rewrite. Like, I've known about these for a long time, and I'm only just now really starting to understand how much impact they have on me on a day-to-day basis. So like when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about when I go to weightlift, I'm always thinking, oh, I can't do that because I'm injured, because I've hurt my shoulder and my knees and my ankles and every other part of my body. And so I go in with this self-limiting belief. Or like, I can't go for a run, I'm too big for that. I can't go for a bike ride, I'm too big for that. And I've got these beliefs that are ingrained into me from God knows where. But because they permeate me, they try to keep me from success. Now, obviously, I'm talking about weight loss, I'm talking about exercise right now, but these kind of self-limiting scripts, this kind of mindset issue permeate a ton of different things. You'll see people who have these same kind of issues when it comes to success. I can't be rich because I insert problem here, because I didn't go to Harvard. I can't be rich because I didn't get my seed funding for my startup. Whatever your reason is, there's another reason you could be rich. But because you immediately accept this script, it can start to define you in ways you would never expect. So for me, that's, I can't be skinny because I'm a big guy and I love to eat. I can't be a runner because I'm a big guy and big guys don't run. I can't be a good weightlifter because my joints are too bad. And so these beliefs that I have ingrained into me are already keeping me from success. Now, the issue then becomes, how do you change them? Well, that's trickier. Being aware of them helps, and I'm going a little bit here. So I've got social anxiety, diagnosed social anxiety. And for it, I went through cognitive behavioral therapy. And what you're taught in cognitive behavioral therapy is when you have a thought like this, your job is to challenge it. So like for me, if I'm about to go speak in front of a crowd and I get this voice in my head that goes, all these people are going to hate you, you're going to fail miserably, no one's going to care what you're talking about. My job is to pause, interrupt that thought, and then go, what evidence do I have? I've given other speeches in the past and no one's hated me. People have looked interested. They clapped politely at the end. Why would this one be different? So by having that challenge, we can start to reformat that belief and start changing that script in our head. So now this same kind of thing can apply to these other scripts. So when I start to think, I can't be skinny because I'm a former offensive lineman, I can go, wait a second, I know so-and-so who used to be an offensive lineman and now is fit. And actually, I had like 4 names pop in my head when I said that. Or I can think of weightlifters who've trained around injuries. I can think of runners who used to be big and through running lost weight. So by challenging these scripts, you start to shift your mindset into a more success-focused one where you can get over these hurdles that aren't actual hurdles. They're self-imposed. And you want to eliminate all your self-imposed barriers because the world is going to give you plenty of barriers of its own. So if we can get out of our own way, that will help our success immensely. And I noticed when I was recording my video earlier today, when I went to talk about running a 5K or something, which isn't even far, 3 miles, I immediately started to clam up and get nervous because I don't run. I'm a big guy. I can't run. And these beliefs immediately started to run through my head. And because I was live recording, I'm not good at interrupting when I've got people around me, part of my social anxiety. So because of that, you actually can watch. If you go back and watch the video, you will see me like start to slow down and my words stop and I look like I'm struggling. And it's because of that fact, because I have these limiting beliefs. And so the moral of the story, as always, live long, live healthy, but most of all, live happy. Thank you, guys.